Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Excited you guys tuned in today. And this hoodie, y'all, it's trying to like suffocate my neck. Okay, but as you guys can see by the title, we are doing a mid-year book tag. I was kind of going between either like talking about every book I've read so far this year, or if I wanted to do the book tag. So I decided to do the book tag here, and I'm gonna go through a very quick little like overview of all the books I read on my Instagram, and it's just gonna be like a yes no if I recommend it or not. So stay tuned for that one. It may be up when you guys see this. If not, it'll be up a few days later. But yes, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because we got a lot of books to talk about. Y'all, it's been a pretty good reading year so far. Like, I gotta say, like, I've pretty much enjoyed like every book. There's been no book that I've been like, I have not liked since I've read this year. Last year was a different story, but this year so far, so good. So let's go ahead and get into the first question. So, and some of these books go to multiple questions, so I tried to limit that, but it was kind of hard, so you guys will see. But best book I've read so far in 2023, and I actually have 2 books for that. So if you guys have not watched any of my previous videos, any of my previous tags or anything, you would know. But Darling Venom, guys, I read this book in January. It is still one of my top books this year. I just don't know how much I can like talk about this book. Like, I can't do it justice with how good it was. Y'all, I caved and I read it. I was trying to hold out, but guys, this book, and I read it this month, so you guys are gonna see it in my wrap up. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Deserved every bit of hype that it got. Seriously. And look, guys, I got the sprayed edges. Like, literally best book of 2023 so far for me, along with Darling Venom. Like, those 2 books take the cake. No book so far has like made me feel the way those 2 books have felt. Best sequel you've read so far in 2023, and I'm actually reading the second book in like, well, the 3rd book in this world, but the 2nd book in like this series, and it is The Serpent and Wings of the Night. Guys, Carissa, first of all, I'm in my fantasy era. Let's just put that out there. I am heavily in my fantasy era right now, so you know, I'm like feeling all things fantasy. But I read this one back in, I think it was February, and then I recently had read The Crowns of Noxia, the little standalone book, and so I started The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King a few days ago, and I'm loving it. And I think there's supposed to be 6 books total in this series, so I'm so glad, because it's not the end. They're supposed to cover like each different world. So like the first 2 books covered the House of Night, and you have the House of Blood and the House of Shadow, I think. So this sequel, guys, read it. If you are like new to fantasy, I highly recommend Carissa Broadbent's books. She does such a good job at just like writing, getting straight into the plot, and not having you like super confused with all the world building and stuff. It's pretty simple to like understand. New book you haven't read yet but want to, Happy Place. I've seen so much about this book, and I do plan to read it next month. I'm actually doing like a reading Emily Henry for a week, I think, and so hopefully I get to this book. I'm gonna try to read the other 3 first, because I know this is her most recent release, so I want to save this one just in case. Like, I don't know if characters from other books pop into this one, I don't know, but I want to wait to find out. But yes, I cannot wait. I've heard so much about this one. Everybody raves about Emily Henry. I haven't actually seen anyone say they did not enjoy this book. So your most anticipated release of the second half of the year, obviously I don't have the book with me because it's not released yet, but I'll put the cover here. Iron Flame, guys. Like I said, Fourth Wing got me in a chokehold right now. The cliffhanger, like, this is why I hate reading books when they first come out and it's supposed to be part of a series, because now I'm stuck like at the edge of my seat waiting for this next book, and the cliffhanger was insane, and that's all I'm gonna say. But yes, this is the most like anticipated, like the day it comes out, I don't care what I'm reading, I'm stopping to read that book. Like, and I think there's supposed to be like 5 or 6 books in this world too. So literally, just Rebecca, just bring them all to me now. That world, I cannot wait for you guys to see my like review of it in my monthly wrap up. Your biggest surprise, which I also don't have the cover, I don't have the book because I want the alternative cover once they finally release what it will look like, but I put it here. It is Highest Bidder. I did not know what I was expecting going into this book. First of all, the cover, I saw the old men and I was like, not my taste, you know, not my thing. But I was surprised, y'all. I was surprised at how much I love that book. Age gap, I mean, in books, y'all, is real good. Sarah, the way she writes smut, and the way she just, y'all, chef's kiss. Literally, I was shocked with how like fast I read it and how much I enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend this one. Favorite new author, debut or new to you, which she's not a debut author, but she is new to me this year. So it is Kat Singleton. Guys, I love her. I love her writing. I cannot wait to read more of her books. I read Black Ties and White Lies. I think I read this in March, and then I recently read this one in May. And guys, I love them. I love her writing style. I love her smut writing, y'all. She just does such a good job with storytelling, and it's like it doesn't seem to just drag on and on and on. It was just and then also look at her covers. Like, she does her covers so good. So highly recommend her if you guys have not read anything by her. I know she has another series coming out, and then there's going to be more books in the like in this little series here. So super excited for that. Super excited. Newest fictional crush. Okay, so you guys already saw my May wrap up, and you guys know how much I love this one book. August, guys. August, y'all. First of all, Kennedy Ryan, girl, you have me in a chokehold with your writing. You have me in a chokehold. But this has to be my newest fictional crush. Besides, like, Xander, like, y'all, I cannot get over this book. Oh my gosh. But August, guys, it just, and it's like, yes, I love him with Iris, but why can't he be mine? Like, why? Plus, he, like, look at the cover. Like, tell me this man is not fine. Like, and he's a top basketball player. Y'all, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. That's my top new fictional boyfriend, though. My #1 so far. A book that made you cry, guys. So I was originally going to choose If He Had Been With Me, but then I remember I did not read that book this year. I read it in like November of last year, and to this day that's still the book that made me cry the hardest. But this year so far, 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I made a reel on this, and every time I watch the reel I almost tear up again. But yeah, I was hyperventilating with this book. The fact that I was crying 13 pages in was ridiculous, and I thought people were joking. I thought people were over exaggerating. But no, I sobbed. And then even the very, very ending, I sobbed even more. Like, this book was just so, it was so raw. And it was just so, like, heartbreaking. And it was so good, though. And it was everything you needed in the book to tear your heart apart. Like, that's all I can say. And it was a YA book. I don't know why, but it seems like the YA books make me cry even more than regular books, because If He Had Been With Me is a YA book too. So it seemed like these YA books, y'all, is this what y'all kids be reading? Y'all go check on them. Go in their rooms and check on them when they reading these books, because I was not okay, so I can only imagine how they doing. So if y'all got kids, check on them if they're reading them books, because them books are heartbreaking. I'm a book that made you happy. So there's so many books that made me happy, but the one that I think of the most, the one that like had my mouth hurting from smiling and like had me giggling and you know everything, Practice Makes Perfect. Guys, I do not know what Sarah Adams put in this book. I don't know what kind of crack she put in here, but this book made me giggle till I couldn't giggle no more. It made me blush. It just everything about it is just so cute. It yeah, I just read it if you guys not haven't read it. I've seen mixed reviews, but honestly I don't care. This is one of the most prettiest books I have read. Prettiest, I don't even know how people explain the book, but as you guys can tell, I was not okay. I was just like this thing of butterflies reading that book. Like, that's all I can say. It's the most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. So I got 3 books for this one. So one that I bought, Fourth Wing. I told y'all Fourth Wing got multiple, like, Fourth Wing has multiple questions that it applies to. But first of all, you can't tell me, first of all, look at this cover. Like, take a look at it. Give the recognition. Give what is due. Yes. Look at the back. Yes. Yes. Okay, look at the sides. Yes, my camera's about to die. As I was saying, give credit where it's due, y'all, for this book. It's so freaking beautiful. Like, and when I read it, I didn't even read the hardback. I actually purchased it on my Kindle because I just did not want to, like, I just didn't want to ruin this book, y'all. This is like a display book. Like, bro, I cannot wait to get Iron Flame to, like, have them match. Like, so ready. If y'all can't tell, I am so ready for that freaking book. But other than that one, 2 that I was gifted / bought, because I bought one, was gifted one, my special edition Throne of Glass books, and my Throne of Glass and Court of Thorns and Roses. It's the first book in each series. But yes, first of all, the fact that it's a special edition, hello, automatically the most beautiful. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But y'all, look at it. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then the fact that it comes like a little box makes me feel all special. Y'all, I love it. I freaking love it. Then you just slide it back on up in there, and then you get the, if you want to pull it out, you just, you know, like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, go get this. If you're gonna get this, go get this. And then we have the Throne of Glass one also. I love that they, like, one is black, one is blue. Like, I wonder if they did that on purpose, like, to make you want to buy both. Like, they knew what they was doing. But yeah, so you pull this one out and look. And then also the back, guys. Obsessed. Freaking obsessed with these covers. I cannot wait. I keep saying I'm gonna redo my shelves, but I keep saying I'm gonna add like shelves to my wall to like display like my Sarah J Maas books. I have not really made up my mind yet how I'm gonna do that, so we will see what happens. I don't know. Also, I get anxiety trying to think about or reorganizing all my books because it's bad, y'all. It is bad. Last question, which I actually have 2 series for this, but what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Okay, so I've been saying this one for a while, and it's so funny because I just did that. But my Throne of Glass series is my series of the year that I really want to read. And I know what y'all thinking. I know what y'all thinking. Jasmine, you said you weren't gonna buy the new covers. Listen here, y'all. Listen. First of all, come here. I didn't buy them all at once. That's number 1. 2, everyone I got on sale because, you know, Target be doing a buy one get one, or, you know, they were doing a buy 2 get 1 free. So, and Amazon did it. So there was just no other reason for me not to get the new covers. So I got the new covers, mind your business. Anyways, yes, so guys, I cannot cannot wait to finally read this series. Like, y'all, I really want to try to read it all this year. Hold on. Do we think I can do it? Y'all, these books are thick. She a thick one. First of all, do you guys see how beautiful this is? Like, Sarah knew what she was doing when she released these new covers. Like, I literally love them so much. Look at that. They're so freaking beautiful. And like, it helps that I got them on sale. At least I know I didn't pay full price for every single book. So that like helps me justify it a little bit, you know? But yes, I cannot wait to read the series. I cannot freaking wait. So this is one that I definitely want to try to read this year. And I said I was going to start it in January because, I mean, not January. I was going to start it in July because there are 8 books in this series. And I know these two you read like in tandem. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but technically if there's 8 books, I can probably knock out 2 a month. Well, you know, I'll do 2 and then I'll do 2 and then I'll do 1 because it's a thicker book. And then I'll do these 2 and then I'll do Kingdom of Ash. So that's 5 months. So yeah, that's 5 months. So yeah. And you know, if I have to stop and like, you know, if I can spread Kingdom of Ash over like 2 months, I don't know, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, it's doable. It's doable for me to read this entire series by the end of the year. It is doable. Because then next year I want to start the Crescent City series. Like, fingers crossed. But okay, the other series is the Chestnut Spring series, guys. Look at these covers first of all. Like, these covers are gorgeous. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. But I've literally seen so many people talk about this. One of my friends, she just recently read them all, and she's been telling me like, Jasmine, you have to read this. You have to. And I'm like over here like, I'm texting her about Fourth Wing, and she's texting me about Reckless at the time. And I'm like, girl, read Reckless. And she's like, girl, read the Chestnut Spring series. So maybe I'll start that when she starts Fourth Wing, because y'all, I am putting everybody on the Fourth Wing. Everybody, if they ain't already on it, I'm putting them on it. But yes, so I cannot wait to read the Chestnut Spring series. I keep hearing so many things about Elsie Silver. I have so many of her books now, and I'm like, Jasmine, how do you have so many of her books but you have not read them? Like, what kind of sense does that make? So that is another one I plan to read, which I can probably like 1 book a month. Hopefully I can finish that one by the end of the year. So we will see. I have the Throne of Glass series, and I have the Chestnut Spring series that I want to complete by the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know if I'll finish. Well, I keep saying I want to finish the ACOTAR series by the end of the year, but y'all, I'm just so scared of the book hangover I have, because that is like literally one of my favorite worlds, and I have been like, and she has not let us know when the next book is coming out. So y'all, I'm holding on. I am holding on tight to like try to like complete that series. And it's worse because I'm in my fantasy era, so it's like I'm reading all these good fantasy books, and I'm like, ooh, ACOTAR would just top it off. If I could just go ahead and finish these last 2 books in the ACOTAR series, that will top off my fantasy era right now. But I'm just like, reel it in, Jasmine, reel it on in. But yes, without further ado, that is all the questions. I will put them in the description box. There are more questions. I like Googled, you know, the mid-year book tag. Apparently this is something that's done every year, which is so cool. I did not know, because I was not part of the book community last year at this time of year. So that's so cool to know this is a yearly thing, and like, I guess there's new questions every year. So I will also link that if you guys want the link to like other questions, because they like, you know, they ask a good chunk of questions. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. And do I want to do a question? Yes, let me know, what was your biggest surprise book this year? So maybe I can get some new TBR books, you know? So let me know. But yes, I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. And I feel like there was something. Is that my usual ending? Why is it seems so weird saying it. It feels so weird saying it, but I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.